Yeah, we're moving on to part 6.
This is the next JoJo.
Yeah, this is the JoJo of part 6.
Why does it have sunglasses?
Because it's cool.
You
Cool
know what?
Stand.
Gonna name him Wet and Sticky. This
Wet and sticky.
Yeah, how's that for a cool guy name?
Got him.
And his power is he can he melts. He just melts into goo. He just sticks onto everything. He helps the JoJo climb.
It's not a bad guess, but you're wrong.
Okay.
First of all, her name is Stone Free.
Stone Free.
Stone Free.
Okay.
To the Jimi Hendrix song.
All right.
And its ability is that it can turn itself and its user into string.
String?
String.
That's the protagonist's power.
Yes.
Bringing back Caesar's abilities here. Bubble Man.
No. I don't think you understand it. She can literally deconstruct herself.
Yeah, into string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can make herself invulnerable.
How? It's string. The string is very easy to cut.
She can separate herself from punches and blows
That doesn't make you.
gunfire.
That doesn't make you indestructible. That just means you're very, very agile.
She could turn herself into a Mobius strip.
No, she. Oh, okay, maybe she could because this is a Rocky. But you know,
Very powerful stand.
we're not going to get into these semantics. Fine, turns into string. Fantastic.
All right. So next up, we have another 3 stands that are an evolutionary line.
Okay, because it's the main antagonist. That
Yes,
actually
they
makes
all
sense.
have different names and abilities.
This is another Dragon Ball Z reference. I'm going to be so angry.
One of them.
Your silence
might be.
Your silence makes me uncomfortable.
You can argue that one of them is. So there's actually going to be 4 people on this one. The one on the far left is the user.
Okay.
The next 3 are the stand. I'm sorry for the terrible picture, but I just found this of all of them together, and I liked it.
Which one of these is supposed to be a tree? Oh, whatever.
So we're gonna start with the one on the second from the left.
Right. That looks okay. You know what? The one on the farthest right looks like a knight. So that one's rook. That one's bishop. That one's knight.
So we're from left to right.
From left to
Rook,
right. Rook,
bishop,
knight, and their powers are. First one can literally just kill anyone that the user knows their name, and as long as
it's a death note.
it's a death note. The second one allows him to see anyone in the world, and the last one restarts the universe.
All right, you got 1 out of 6.
1 out of 6. You know what? That's technically a
not
failure,
even,
but I
you
didn't
know what?
drop
Not
out.
even gonna say. I'm not even. You got 0.5 out of 6.
Okay, tell me what I got
Okay.
wrong and how.
So from the left, we have White Snake.
Okay.
White Snake,
Is the protagonist of Metal Gear Solid 7.
if that ever happens.
Yep. Okay.
White Snake.
Hideo Kojima, get on that.
He can't. It's still owned by Konami.
Konami, who cares? Let's go.
White Snake. So Part 6 introduces a very strange concept, where stands are a disc that live inside your brain. Also, your memories are also a disc.
Okay.
So Whitesnake can take out or put in memory and stand discs from people.
Okay.
So it can take away a stand, or it can give someone a stand.
Okay.
So it's kind of dangerous in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
So the middle one, who you said was Bishop, which is weird because rooks are worth more points than bishops.
I don't care. He looks like he had the pointed tip that a bishop does.
I'll give you that. So he's not Bishop. He is C Moon.
C Moon. Okay.
Letter C.
C
Moon.
Crescent Moon.
No, just C Moon.
Okay. And what's he do?
So C Moon can control gravity.
Okay.
Marked improvement in terms of power, right?
Yes.
He can change gravity.
He controls a fundamental aspect of the universe.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit
pretty
more.
devastating ability.
Mm-hmm.
It can change someone's personal gravity in very specific spots.
Ouch. That would crush their bones.
Yes, that's the idea.
Okay.
So the final one is Made in Heaven.
Of course it is.
Made in Heaven its main ability is accelerating time.
Okay.
So it's the opposite of the world. The
Right.
world stops time.
This one
This one
accelerates.
accelerates time. It also does restart the universe. That is what it does. That is kind of what it was created to do.
Alrighty.
He did it for Gay.
Because he loved Dio.
He did. He loved Dio so much that he decided to restart the universe for him.
You know, cool motive, still murder.
He is. He's also a priest.
I just realized he has a cross on his...
Yes.
He's not a vampire, though.
No, he's not. He's a human.
Why didn't he just get turned into a vampire? Like,
'cause
I
he didn't
feel
wanna.
like there were about 100 ways he could have gone about his plan that didn't involve blowing up the world, blowing up the universe, restarting the whole thing from scratch. But you know what? I think the real problem is that they realized that things were starting to get too OP, so they had to restart from scratch, go back a little bit, because these stands are getting too crazy.
Yeah. Part 6 has some pretty nutty stands. All right, moving on.
Okay, is the stand in, like, are they married? Is the stand and the user married in this situation? I'm just...
No.
That hand is not very modestly placed.
Stands do that a lot, actually.
Okay.
At least the humanoid
He's
stands
got
do
so
that.
many kisses. His name's just Kiss. His name's just Kiss, the hair metal band. And his power is he forces people to dance. Because he's like doing a tango with his user right there. So long as he's dancing with his user, everyone who sees, it's like the Para brothers from Gaiden. No, from Dragon Ball. What was it? Who cares? No one even remembers that, like Future Trunks.
GT.
Look, I launched that memory from my brain. I don't care.
You got the name right.
Okay, it's Kiss.
This is
Fantastic. I'm taking it.
All right. So, as for Kiss's power, you see those kisses all over it?
How could I not?
Those are stickers.
Oh, they look like Post-it notes. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they do look like Post-it notes. What Kiss does is it takes one of those stickers and puts it on an object, and then that object doubles.
Doubles?
Well, not so much doubles as becomes more like it puts it on an arm, and then you have 2 forearms
Okay.
coming out at the same time. If you remove the sticker, the 2 objects collide together
Okay.
and explode.
Of course, because there gotta be explosions.
Yes.
All right.
So she does this constantly to people's heads,
Ew.
which is awesome.
Okay, I mean...
It doesn't blow up in like bloody chunks. It's like
fire and...
somehow it doesn't always kill someone.
Okay.
That I can't explain.
Okay.
Kiss
What can you explain?
also has the highest stats of almost any stand.
Even more than the Wold?
Yes. With A's in every single category except for precision, which ironically is the only category that I would actually give Kiss an A in.
Okay.
Stand stats make no fucking sense. I'll show you these stats one of these days. All right, moving on.
Okay.
So what is the stand in this picture? What do you think?
Mean, the piano,
Piano.
looks like it's either this is... Look, is that Jotaro, like in the white thing right there? Like...
No, that's not Jotaro.
Who? Okay, is that a normal-sized human being?
He's a little kid, but yeah, he's normal sized.
Okay, well... I mean, because it makes it look like the piano is really big.
It does. He's a kid. He's
Okay.
small.
So the stand is visible in this picture, yes?
Yes.
Is it the piano?
The piano's part of it.
Is it the room?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to say that it's Tiny Dancer.
Tiny Dancer.
And its power is it forces you to play this piano until literally you just die.
That would be something that Araki would come up with.
But it's not.
It's not it.
Okay, I noticed that there's a smoldering computer, so
Yeah.
every part of this room is sentient in some way or like animated in some way. And so you're literally fighting the room like in Fahrenheit 451 by David Cage.
No.
I wanted to make things bad for David Cage's life by being able to say every time I play Indigo Prophecy, or every time I make one of my friends go through that terrible experience. I get to just yell, "It's a JoJo reference" during one of those big parts. Okay, what is
No,
it? What does
I'm
it do?
sorry. The stand's name is Burning Down the House.
Does it set fires?
No. Its power is ghost rooms.
So it just makes a different room every time?
No, this is a room that was destroyed. And now it's been brought back through the stand.
Okay.
And now it just exists. But you can't really use any of the objects in the room.
Okay.
But they're there. There's a gun in there, too. The gun doesn't work because it's a ghost gun. And
Okay.
the little boy there is the only one who can actually use any of the objects in the room because it's his stand.
Okay. That makes it more sense, I guess.
Burning Down the House is used more as like a hiding place.
Okay. All right.
Acceptable?
Yeah, fine. Let's
Right.
just.
Moving on.
I'm getting real passionate about a lot of these. Let me tell you.
I've noticed.
Okay, this guy has a very noticeable color scheme. I'm gonna say his name's Black Sabbath.
All right, before you make your guess, actually,
Then why do you?
this is what it also looks like.
That is what it also look like. That's
Yes.
not its user. That's what it is.
Yes.
Okay, I'm still going by the name Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath.
I'm gonna say that second thing on the green-haired thing isn't its user. It's a dead body that like it's inhabiting so that it can be seen or disguise itself, because that seems to be the thing with stands. It's always the user must be nearby. They never guess. And its power is it can control something, like not bubbles because that's Caesar's thing, but it's like hay. It just something.
Hay.
It like telepathically can control. It confuses if Joseph's still around, or if any, like it confuses people if they think it's Haman, but it's not. It's Stan. That's my guess.
You're right about the dead body thing.
Okay, so it's inhabiting a dead body.
That is a corpse that she is wearing. Her name is Foo Fighters.
I love that band. Okay.
Foo Fighters is its own stand.
Yes.
It is made of algae.
Is that the stuff on its head?
No, that's just a weird hairstyle.
Okay.
That's oddly flat looking.
Okay. Looks like a helmet.
It's a manga.
Okay.
So what happened was, Poochie, who had the 3 stands that we saw earlier.
Yeah.
He just sort of dropped a stand disc in a murky pool,
Okay.
and it bonded with the algae.
So the algae is the user.
And it's also the stand.
Is it conscious? Like
Yeah.
sentient?
It's alive.
Is it an ally?
Yeah. This is the main healer.
I love this. This anime is amazing.
Part 6 is so good, and it's also in a prison.
Amazing. I love it. You know what? I'm not even questioning anything anymore. Let's.
So what?
You know what? I love the band. I love this stand. It's a good.
It's a good stand.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of in my head going off of these questions, thinking what team I would want of stand users
That's awesome.
to be in my JoJo group, because my name's John. So if I just pretend my last name's JoJo, I could go as Johnny JoJo.
There is a Johnny Joe Star.
Johnny Joestar. No, I'm Johnny Joestar from now on. And
I don't think you want to be.
okay, never mind.
He's
then.
crippled.
Okay, yeah, definitely never mind.
All right, moving on to. All right, I want to say it's my favorite design of Part 6. In terms of both stand and user, actually.
You know, the most immediate thing that comes out to me is those 4 Ds right there. D4, I don't see any Cs, but I'm going to guess D4C is his name?
D4C. This is not D4C.
You can't be serious.
I am serious.
Death Standing is his name then.
Death Standing.
Death
What's
Standing.
He do? What's he
and
do?
what he does, I can never tell with these speed lines. Because it looks like he's just going fast, but it kind of looks like his hands are really weird.
His hands are kind of weird.
He looks like they've got baseball glove hands. And you know what? Going by your theme, you seem to really enjoy the JoJo groups. So I'm going to assume this is a JoJo ally. So that means his stand has something that could help. he is incredibly agile, and it's a stand that literally has the furthest, it can go the furthest away from its user and still have its abilities. It can literally be across the entire country and still have its do things for its user.
No.
Okay.
There are stands that can do that are called they're classified as long distance stands or automatic stands.
Okay.
This is not one of them. This is Diver Down.
Okay.
Diver Down has two main abilities. The first, that sadly doesn't get used that often, is it can force something to store kinetic energy.
Okay.
So it can, punch a wall and then let the kinetic energy build up and then release it. So then when someone walks by, they'll get punched by the wall.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool.
That's actually funny sounding.
Diver Down's main ability, the one that it uses the most, is it can dive into things.
Like people?
Like people. And it can be inside a person
Ew.
and punch them.
I mean...
But I don't mean in a gooey, gory sort of sense. It
literally
sort of
just
phases
punch.
through them and then punches inside them.
Okay, that's actually not that bad, honestly.
I love Diver Down. Diver Down's really cool.
All right.
I love his little face. Look at the little face. It's cute. I think it's cute.
I don't think it's cute. I think it's deceptive because it made me... Okay, let's keep going.
It's all the D's that made you think
yes,
it's
the D's.
Yes. Moving on.
The stand is the gold things.
Yes, that's obvious.
I'm so glad I looked up so many different gold songs. Gonna call this one Gold Dust.
Okay.
And literally it looks like it's following the group. So I'm gonna go with it can eat you alive and turn you into gold, but you need to pick it up first, confusing it for a coin or money.
That would be way scarier than what it actually does.
Okay, well now my expectations are lowered.
Okay, so I'm going to preface this by saying Dio himself said that this is the worst stand.
The most useless?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, Dio is clearly proven to be a trustworthy guy.
Well, he is kind of an expert on stands. He does learn more than most people do about stands.
Fair enough.
He
does have a lot longer too.
That's true. Its name is Survivor.
Okay, that kind of makes it sound like he's completely desperate.
What Survivor does is it sits there and creates a small electric field.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it?
That's what it does.
Is the electricity deadly?
No.
Is it just touching a... is it a little shock you get?
don't feel it.
Does it allow it to track you if you...
No.
So then what's it do? How is this dangerous?
So what the electric shock does, it's not really a shock. It creates impulses in your brain that turn you violent.
The characters from the shonen are already violent.
Yeah.
Does it how long does it last?
Until only one person. Actually, no. Until no one's left alive.
I mean, okay.
Or until the user's killed, or everyone just sort of leaves the area. That's actually more or less what happens.
I was kind of hoping that it would be interesting in the slightest, but then you said, just leave the area, and my dreams were crushed.
I did tell you that Survivor's considered the worst stand by Dio himself.
He is a disappointment.
Actually, no. Dio says it's the worst stand because it doesn't actively hurt anything, and it can affect everyone. So it can affect all your allies too, and then you have no team, and it's worthless. That's his point of view, and I like that point of view. On to what other people would consider to be the worst stand. Ba-boom.
Yippee. Okay. So it's a dragon in a bubble.
It is a dragon in a bubble.
What dragon bands are there? You know what? I'm going to name this one Kung Fu Fighting.
But it was kung fu fighting.
Yeah, and it's a useless stand, comparable with Survivor. So he just kills his own stand user. I'm just going with that.
No. That's a different stand.
Are you serious?
That's Cheap Trick.
Okay. Okay, wait, what'd you do? What's so bad about him?
So this guy's name is Dragon's Dream.
Okay.
So this is going to be a little complicated. And I apologize if this takes a bit. Because his wiki page is like 20 paragraphs long.
How can it be this complicated?
So first, in order to understand how to use him, you must be a master of feng shui.
Okay. That's the thing where like you make a room look nice, right?
Yes. It is the pseudoscience of luck.
Okay.
So what the dragon does is essentially it's a compass. It points out where lucky spaces are. They're not necessarily lucky spaces for the user.
They're just lucky in general.
They're just lucky. But the user, being a master of feng shui, knows which lucky spaces are his and which are not.
Okay.
It also can point out unlucky spaces where, bad shit's going to happen to you if you stay there.
Uh-huh. I'm waiting for the anvil to drop.
It's also completely neutral.
Like it doesn't even aid its own user?
No. It will straight up tell the person he's fighting information.
Okay.
It is 100% neutral. It's just there.
Okay.
It has one other effect.
Wait, how is it a challenge to fight if it's neutral? Like, how do they fight its user?
Because the user, with a master of feng shui and using the lucky spaces, is more or less unkillable.
Okay. And what's the other ability then?
So you see that bubble?
Yes.
If you touch that bubble,
you die.
You lose your limb temporarily. Temporarily.
Okay.
So like you touch it with your arm, your arm pops off, and it goes into the bubble, and then the dragon spits it back out, and you put your arms back.
Okay.
You don't even lose the arm. It's not like it's on the ground and you're bleeding to death. It just sort of comes around and comes back.
Okay.
But you don't have an arm for a second.
All right, and that's it?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's what it does. That's Dragon's Dream.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I still like this stand better than Survivor.
Alrighty then.
I'm gonna be on this side that Survivor's a worse stand than this guy.
That's a reasonable point of view. I hate this guy more, only because his fight is so irritating. Survivor doesn't even really get a fight.
He shouldn't. It sounds like he just makes the
No. He makes the Planet Waves fight awesome. I'll give him that.
Okay.
Without him, the Planet Waves fight would be not as cool, because it adds a level of tension. Like Jolene has the bloodlust too.
All right.
And she's trying to fight it while also, battling a guy who could throw meteors at her. This is awesome. All right, moving on to this next stand, which is very weird.
Okay. Is the stand the things in the bottom?
The stand is everything you're
It's
seeing,
everything,
except for the text.
Everything I'm seeing. All right, you know what? I had one art history class in my life, and adding it together with like musicians, the first thing that comes to mind is that the things at the top there look very bohemian, so I'm calling this Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh my god! This stand right here, and its power is literally just to make things ugly. Like, make beautiful things ugly.
You're right about the name.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Back on track,
I
baby.
literally had to, hold myself back because you fucking nailed that.
I'm back on track, baby.
This is Bohemian Rhapsody.
It still looks terrible.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Like its power.
That's not its ability, though.
Okay.
Bohemian Rhapsody's ability is it makes fictional things live.
So like
So if you
storybook
look
characters.
closely,
That's Pinocchio.
there's Pinocchio.
That's the cow that jumped over the moon. That's the Nutcracker. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? That's actually not that bad of a power.
It's pretty scary. A lot of people say that it could end the world.
I don't think so.
I don't believe it can. It's kind of a shitty stand, really. It really can't do much else.
I mean, it's ugly too.
That's just Araki's crazy art style.
I maintain that like some characters have still been more attractive than this.
Yes. Fun fact, this is not all the things that Bohemian Rhapsody brings back. Some of these things Araki was not allowed to actually put in.
Why?
Because some of these things were Superman, Spider-Man, and Mickey Mouse.
Okay, fair enough.
Copyright.
Those are copyrighted.
All right, and we're done with part 6.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on to